Andrew Colyer from MuscleTestingTV.com, and today's show number 9. Your health tip for today comes from an event that's going on right now here in Bismarck, North Dakota. This week is the State Fair. They've had at least 50,000 people a day. So what does this have to do with your health tip and muscle testing? There are a lot of people at the State Fair and here in North Dakota, as well as throughout the Midwest and the South, who have a problem with weight loss. So your health tip today is about weight loss. And you know what, it applies to me too, because I've had a challenge myself losing weight in the past. So I can speak from experience. So what does the State Fair have to do with this? Well, at the North Dakota State Fair, they have deep fried Twinkies, deep fried Oreo cookies, deep fried pickles, deep fried cheese curds, and beer cheese soup. Now, if that won't pack on some adipose tissue, beer cheese soup, I don't know what will. So what does that have to do with weight loss? Well, obviously, if you continue to consume foods like that, you're going to have a problem losing weight. You're just going to keep gaining weight if you eat food like that all the time. So just like we teach in our home study course, in our live workshops and seminars, there's no one thing that causes anything. So if you're having an issue with weight loss, you need to look at several factors: physical, biochemical, mental and emotional, sometimes psychological, sometimes spiritual, sometimes it's environmental and social. So one of the things that we like to say that we get from the 12-step traditions and fellowship is light comes in better through 2 windows. More light comes in through 2 windows than only 1. So if you really have an issue with weight loss, don't try to do it yourself. Allow yourself to receive help from other sources. So from a physical standpoint, you may need to get a trainer from a gym. You may need to hire a coach. When I was overweight, I had done nothing but work and eat and work for about 5 years of my life. I needed to lose weight. I was trying to do it on my own. I couldn't do it. I hired a triathlon coach. His name is Mark Wilson. He founded the Hudson Valley Triathlon Club. He was great help to me. It took me a year to lose 45 pounds, but I lost about a pound a week for about a year. That's how I lost my 45 pounds. That was part of it. I hired a coach, a trainer. So you probably need to maybe go to a gym, hire a coach or a trainer, and you know what? You can't turn the television on right now in a 24-hour period and not see an infomercial for the latest DVD to help you lose weight. I don't care if it's disco dancing, I don't care if it's Richard Simmons, if it's Zumba, if it's some other new thing. Get the DVD set. Go get the Rodney Yee yoga. Start doing some yoga. You need to do something physical, because if you want to lose weight, you've got to move your body, okay? It's not rocket science. You have to move your body more than you're moving now, and you have to eat in a healthy way. That's basically it. Move your body and eat in a healthy way. So the eating in a healthy way has to do with the biochemical aspects. Are you eating plenty of good quality protein? Are you eating lots of vegetables? Are you eating lots of fruits? Are you drinking plenty of water? You need to make sure you cut out sugar and bread and desserts and alcohol. We had a patient come in. She couldn't lose this last 7 pounds, 5 pounds, 10 pounds. She felt a little pudgy, and you know, to you it may not sound like a lot, but I live in New York. There's a lot of neurotic people. They obsess about little things. To this woman, it was a big deal that she couldn't lose this last 7 pounds. So we were talking through things, and she goes, "Oh, do you think it might be the half a bottle of wine I drink every night?" I'm like, yeah. Alcohol, sugar goes straight to your adipose tissue. If you're a man, it's probably going to go to your gut. If you're a woman, it's probably going to go to your backside and your thighs. That's generally the way it gets distributed. So you need to make sure you eat in a healthy way. You may need to join Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, some kind of a group that's supportive of your health and weight loss. Also, from a biochemistry standpoint, you may need to see a holistic health practitioner, such as a chiropractor who practices in a holistic way, like applied kinesiology or some type of nutrition or muscle testing like we teach. A holistic alternative care medical doctor. You may need to have some saliva or urine tests or some blood tests, have your hormone levels checked, have your organs and your endocrine gland system checked by a holistic health practitioner. You may need some support in that area. From a mental emotional standpoint, many people have issues that are blocking them from losing weight. It could be self-worth. It could be for some people the weight keeps others away from them. That's a whole thing. From a spiritual standpoint, I know that many people have gotten help from Overeaters Anonymous, because that's a 12-step program to help people access their higher power, their relationship with their higher power, and surrender and turn that over to God, and they allow that higher power to help them with their weight loss. From a social standpoint, if you have a whole bunch of friends and family and they're overweight and they have poor eating habits and they have poor health, the more time you spend in that field with those other people who are not very healthy, that's not going to support you in losing weight, because the power of the field is going to keep you where you are. So I've done it. You can do it. If you really want something bad enough, you will figure out a way to get it done. And that is the truth. So that's enough on weight loss for today. Now, your muscle testing tip for today has to do, it's one of the first things we teach. It's part of our do's and don'ts checklist that we teach, and it has to do with asking someone if they have an injury before you start muscle testing. Now, that seems like a really common sense thing, right? You know, do you have a neck problem? Do you have a shoulder problem? That almost seems like common sense. But the reason that we say that is because I and my partner Melanie and other people we know have been to practitioners, and they just start holding up your arm and pushing on it. I've seen other YouTube videos. People just hold up their arm and start pushing on it. Doesn't work. I had a patient come in one time, and she came in for her hip and her lower back. She hurt herself gardening. And I had this feeling. I said, have you ever had a neck or a shoulder problem? She said, no. I just want you to focus on my back and my hip, because I can't garden. You know, I hurt myself, and this is what I want you to work on. So I'm doing my physical exam, and I'm doing my history, and I'm thinking, something's telling me, wow, you know what? I think she's got some kind of problem that she's missing or she's forgetting. And I said, are you sure you don't have a neck or a shoulder problem? She's like, yeah, just, I'm fine. I've never had a problem there. So I started to do some more things, and I was explaining to her how I use muscle testing and kinesiology as part of my assessment and treatment protocol. And I said, are you sure you never had a neck or shoulder problem? She's like, no, really. Please work on my back. I need to be able to garden. So I said, okay. I explained what we do, and I went to lift up her arm, and she goes, oh! I was like, I thought you said you didn't have a problem. She goes, oh, I had frozen shoulder. I forgot to tell you I had frozen shoulder. And I asked this woman 3 times, but her mind, her perception, she was so focused on this other part of her body that she literally forgot. I've had people who actually had a car accident, went through the windshield and landed on the highway and was in a coma, and they forgot to tell me that they had a car accident. Have you ever been in a motor vehicle accident? No. Never been in a car wreck? No. Never had a serious accident or injury? No. Oh yeah, there was that one time when I was in a car wreck and went through the windshield and, you know, landed on the highway. So what I'm saying is, when you're practicing muscle testing and kinesiology at home, with friends, if you're a practitioner practicing with your patients, make sure you ask if they have a pre-existing condition. Do they have a neck problem or a shoulder problem? Because if they did have one, or they do have one, you could aggravate it and make it worse. And if they don't have one, and you don't practice our do's and don'ts the way that we teach, you could create one. So anyway, that's your muscle testing tip for this week. That's your health tip for this week around weight loss. And remember, you are the source of your own happiness. I'm Dr. Andrew Colyer from Muscle Testing TV. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.